I went thrifting for books recently, and I went to ARC Thrift Store, which is native to Colorado. I don't know if it's in any other states, probably. I went and I found so many books. I was in like a candy store. I was so excited. So I feel like I'm still kind of on that high, and I really want to visit a different ARC store in a different town nearby. So fingers crossed, let's go look for some books. First, I just looked for books that I've heard of. So, definitely have heard of this one, and I have not read it. Same with this one. This one's on Kindle Unlimited, I think. Then, if I haven't heard of a book, I'll go on Goodreads and look it up. I read this recently, it was good. I want to read this one. The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. Anyone else watch Dexter? I don't know if this is the same thing. This is all of the fiction. All of this. All of this. And all of this. There's a lot to look through. I have read this book before, but it's still exciting to see it here. I read this one recently, and there was 4 copies the last Goodwill that I went to. Oh, see? Another copy of it. I think these are my rejects. I've read one book by this author. I don't know, I might get it. I think those 2 are my rejects. I own Black Cake, but I have yet to read it. Also, any book of the month I will grab and see if it sounds good. I'm passing on both of those. Last time I left the store with 12 books, so it's probably for the better that today I only left with 4. This one was located in Boulder, so it's fascinating to me that it had fewer books that I wanted. So good to know the one that is closest to me is actually the better option. The one that's close to me had so many book of the months, and I just feel like it's already kind of curated. Like, you know, those books are a little bit more popular. So that's so fun. And I saw a bunch of other books where I was like, I had read them already, or books that were by authors I wanted to read. Either way, thrifting at ARC is totally worth it, because I just got these 4 books and they were $12. That's not bad. I'm peeling off the ARC stickers. I absolutely hate stickers on books. I don't know how people leave the stickers on them. Like this is a Barnes & Noble. And then this one has a Target sticker on it. Like, it is the absolute first thing I do whenever I buy a book from Target. Especially because then if you don't do it soon, it'll get so sticky. I don't know. It's a visual thing for me. Here are my 4. This one was half off, so it was $1.50 because it's a pink tag. But I read one book by Lorith Ann White. I read it on my Kindle, and I thought it was decent. Like, it wasn't super, super good, but I liked it enough where I want to read another book by the author. Also, did you see their book section? Like, that was all for fiction, and they had a whole other side for nonfiction. I just can't believe how big it is. I got Normal People, which is so exciting because I did start this on audiobook, and it did seem a little bit strange. And then on Spotify, you only get, 10 hours of listening time. So then I always run out of hours before I'm done with books. And additionally, I feel like people are kind of polarizing about this author. They either love or really don't like her writing style. Third is a book I've never heard of. It's My Not So Perfect Life. It had a 3.8 on Goodreads, or was it a 4? Either way, I feel like it was kind of high. So I'm like, haven't heard of you, but everyone who has read it seems to like it. They all had stickers on them, so now I'm taking this one off. Buy 2, get the 3rd free. But buys. Last up is Lisa Jewell's A Family Upstairs. This actually is another book that I started in audio and didn't finish. Sometimes I just feel like when an audiobook starts off good, it makes me want to stop listening to it because I'll always like it more when I'm reading it with my eyes. So I am pretty excited to see this book here, and it was only, I just tore off a sticker, but the last Lisa Jewell book that I read was None of This Is True, and I thought that was so good. And then the other one that people really like, Then She Was Gone. Is that what it's called? The one that has like little flowers on the front. I wasn't a huge fan of that one. Like, it was entertaining, but I just think that what happened to the main character was pretty cringy. So for me, I don't think I would actually recommend that book. But none of this is true. Big fan. I could have found any book today. It would have been, shoot, what is it called? The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. Is that how you say her name? I hate not knowing how to say people's last names, or even sometimes their first names. Not that they'll like probably be mad, but I just hate not knowing. Anyway, so The Dead Romantics, that's my book where I'm like, I want to thrift this book. Like, I'm gonna buy it if I don't see it sooner than later. But I'm reading her other books right now, which I shared in a different vlog, and I just feel like that's the book I want to thrift right now. I'm going to leave Boulder and head back home. I'm going to stop at Crumble Cookie on the way because there's this one maple cookie I really want to get. Let's go. We're about to go to dinner, but I just want to take one bite of this. It smells amazing. It smells like pancakes. Maple syrup pancakes. It smells so good. That's so good. I should have gotten like 4 of these. Wow. I really like it.
It's very good.
Don't make a huge bite.
Joey doesn't share food!
From that angle, it looked like you were taking the biggest bite.
And just drink maple syrup instead.
Yeah, but you're gonna have the texture.
I don't know if I need the texture.
I ordered some stuff off of TikTok shop. I don't have any reading clothing. Basically, you know, like my identity is that I like reading. I don't have anything like that. So I ordered 2 things. Shop is DTF Print House. Oh my gosh, it looks like I'm doing a gender reveal. That's really funny. It's like hard to tell the hue of stuff when you order it. First, the pink one, I got them oversized. They're both comfort colors, which I really like that brand of t-shirt. It says crying over a book, boyfriends. That is pretty cute. Reading is self-care. And it has all these cute little bookies saying what reading does. Who doesn't want a really comfy oversized shirt? I was super naughty and I went thrifting without you. I wasn't planning on going to the original ARC that I got my first book haul from. But I got groceries yesterday and it's only like 3 minutes away. So I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna pop in. There's probably not gonna be a lot of new stuff because I literally was there like 5 days ago. I was wrong. And he's actually one more. I'm so excited that thrifting books is a thing. And I usually wouldn't buy this many books like back to back to back, but because they're only like $3. This one's $4. 3. Took the sticker off that one. 4. So really quick, here are the books that I selected. Let me know if you've read anything by these authors or if you've read these books. These are all books that I had heard of prior to going in. It'd be fun to do a video on which books I see the most often at little free libraries or at thrift stores. But that specific thrift store, I saw 3 copies of Where the Crawdad. Oh my gosh, that word's so hard to say. Crawdads Sing. I saw 3 copies of it. First up, Slammed by Colleen Hoover. Like I already said, I'm trying to read all her books. It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I have not read anything by Tessa Bailey. I actually started this book on audio, and I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't like super good starting off. But this book's so popular, and so I thought, let's get it. Then, because I had another Tessa Bailey book, I grabbed it. I know nothing about this book. I didn't read the back at all. It originally came from a different bookstore in town. This is not the first book I've seen come from, it's called Barbed Wire Books. You wanna hang out? I have kind of low expectations for both of those. You wanna cuddle? Yeah. We just got back from a really long walk. Okay. The Spy Coast by Tess Gerritsen. I have seen this book on social media and the back of it sounds so good. Former spy. Something CIA. I think I'm gonna read this one after my current book. Then Frida McFadden's The Perfect Son. I have not read this book and like, hello, if it's a Frida McFadden book, it's kind of like Colleen Hoover, how I'm making my way through her books. Out of the 4 books on the back, I've read all 4 of them. The Coworker, The Teacher, Never Lie, and The Locked Door. So Frida books are also so fast to get through. Like you could almost read this in a whole evening. Excited. Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. Heartbreakingly romantic novel that asks, what do you do when making the person you love happy also means breaking your own heart? More than 5 million copies sold. It was made into a major motion picture, and I looked it up because I hate when you've seen the movie before reading the book. I just feel like it ruins it. Like I want to read it first. It didn't look familiar, so I picked it out, and it was another one that had a high rating on Goodreads. Lastly, I got The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn. I've seen some mixed reviews about this author, like he's not a great guy, but it seems like this book is loved. So I saw it, I grabbed it. I'm gonna read it. Because I've gotten probably 20 books in the last week, I will be making my way through them, and I'm not gonna go book thrifting for a bit. But just know that I'm already excited thinking about when I'm gonna go thrifting next. I am still reading this book. I started this book in the last vlog. I am not chugging through it with excitement, to be honest. I loved the 7-Year Slip, so I was thinking I was gonna love this one. And there's nothing wrong with it, but I just think that like the plot I'm not ecstatic about. However, I'm on almost page 200 and I think that it might get better. If you haven't read this book, the plot of it is that the female main character loves a book series and she ends up like getting caught in this rainstorm. She shows up in the book series Little Town, so she knows all of the characters because she's obsessed with the series, and she meets a guy and she can't figure out where the guy belongs in the book series, but the author of the books passed away, so she thinks that this guy is possibly in the 5th book that never got released. He's a grumpy character and I feel like they don't interact a ton, so I was really surprised when they had their first kiss, and that's kind of where I'm at. I think a lot of people could love this book. I don't think there's anything wrong with this book. I'm just not like getting super attached to the plot at this point. I believe I will have it finished by this weekend, and that's probably it. I'm gonna cut the vlog off here. I hope you enjoyed book thrifting. I hope that you can go book thrifting yourself possibly if that's something that seems exciting to you. You just don't know what you're gonna find. I was thinking about that earlier, like I understand why people go to Barnes & Noble and other bookstores because you know, like if you're looking for this book you're gonna find it, versus if you're thrifting you don't know what you're gonna find, and you're probably gonna find stuff that's a little bit older because the chance of finding a book that just came out at a thrift store, pretty slim. Thank you for watching this video. I love vlogging about books. Even though this is only the 2nd vlog, I think it's so stinking fun. So I hope to see you in another video.